yeah, man, looking forward to it. Okay, so we are live, and just wanted to pop on to see if there's anybody who has any questions that I could potentially answer. I have got a new. I'm sorry, I'm just getting messages as I'm doing this. I've started finally the KDP Ninja low content course. Now this course is going to be for anybody who's doing the low content KDP publishing game, and it's going to take you through all of it from the start all the way through until the publishing and the marketing afterwards as well. So it's going to include all of that stuff. So if you're a newbie and you've never done it before, then it would be great for you to go through step by step. And if you've been doing it for a while and you want to get some more sales and become more successful with it, then it will do that as well. So it's going to be very good, hopefully. It's going to take quite a lot of work for myself to do. It's kind of 30 or so lectures with lots of different tools and supplements and things which I also need to write, because I want to do it really well so that people, when they get the course and go through the course, they'll find it very valuable. Okay, so much that it can launch people's businesses on KDP, so that they can go and make loads of royalties. And it's going to be a roadmap for people to follow, and depending on how much time you've got to dedicate to the KDP business, you can really scale that to as much as you like, really. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so I just wanted to check to see if anybody has any questions that I could potentially answer. Do you? Do you not? Do you? Do you not? Let me just take a drink. Got a night out tonight. Going to see a artist called Barry Hyde. Barry Hyde. And he's the lead singer of a band called the Futureheads, who are one of my favourite bands from the northeast of England. Okay, so Matt, how many low content medium books do you have compared to actual books? Which ones are the best sellers? I will send you a full comprehensive list of all my best sellers so that you can steal them off me. No, I'm only joking, mate. My best sellers are... I know it's a loaded question. Right, so I have a range. There's more low content books because obviously they're easier to do. Yeah, but that I would say that I've got two really good low content books, which are both in the fitness niche. Okay, because at the end of the day, people always want to lose weight, get fitter, that sort of thing. So I would always recommend for people to always look at the fitness niche if they want to start making sales. Okay, but I do have quite a lot of medium content and high content books, and I think I said a few months ago that I was going to concentrate on just high content books, around 20,000 words, and that's so that I can actually make an audio book as well as the paperback and also the hard cover as well, because then you've got the page reads that you can earn from, and the audiobook sales as well. Okay, I've actually got a woman from the south of England reading a couple just as we speak. Hope that answers your question. Okay, Frank. There's been lots of stuff online recently about KDP accounts being shut down. How safe is KDP business today? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think they're just policing it a little bit more. As long as you stick to the guidelines, you'll be totally fine. There's a guy in the group at the moment who's he basically put on there on the group. He's like, I've tried to publish some books where I've quoted direct quotes from the Harry Potter books, and for some reason they're not letting me publish them. Well, you don't own the copyright, do you, mate? So, you know, you're going to have a problem there, aren't you? So I think what you do is just make sure that you stick to the guidelines. The other thing as well, which I've noticed, is the people who do the mass bulk upload of just the same book over and over again, but with slight keyword changes, that's causing issues. So they're getting pissed off with that. So watch out for that. I think concentrate on making one really great book. If it's a notebook, fair enough, but make it really good cover, really good keywords, really good description, good A+ content and stuff like that, and you will be fine, mate. You'll be fine. It does look like many copyright issues. That's the big thing. I think the other thing as well is people can report it really easily. So I think people can just go around, and if you think, hang on, that book's a copyright issue, you can report it, and then that basically FUCKs that person. But to be fair, they shouldn't be doing it in the first place, should they? Matt, have you seen any issues with accounts on KDP doing more monitoring with AI generated content? Here's the thing with AI content, right? You can see it a mile off, can't you? So, for instance, like what I was going to do was I was going to do a lecture in the course about generating AI content, but I think I've decided to pull that out because I don't think it'll be a thing for much longer. It could be, and at the moment it's still okay to publish that, but I think there may be a time in the future where they kind of say AI content is a no. I can see it a mile off. The covers, some of them, when they very first came out, I looked at them and thought, whoa, that's beautiful. What a beautiful cover. But people are putting these beautiful pieces of artwork on as a cover, and then putting really crap typeface on it, and you think, well, it's quite, like, it's just an AI book, and they're everywhere now. There's a massive surge of AI books. What I would recommend is getting a good design, either designing it yourself, learning the skills to make a nice eye-catching design yourself, or going to a proper designer to make your covers. And it's the same with your content as well, because what you can do, I mean, what I'm doing, and I admit this on the channels and stuff like that, is I use ChatGPT to generate the outline and most of the content of my high content books, right? But then I will then go ahead and rewrite that, and rewriting it really is rewriting it, you know what I mean? And it will take me a number of hours to rewrite this stuff, okay, just to make sure that it's completely, and then I also, just to double check, put it into an AI check to make sure that it's not flagging up anywhere as AI. Makes me a little more hesitant about doing colouring books. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? At the moment, it's fine. Lots of people are doing it. There's lots of people in the group who are doing it at the moment, and it's not causing any issues. But this is the thing, isn't it? When your KDP account starts to become quite valuable, yeah, you don't want to risk it just suddenly terminating, do you? Do you know what I mean? So, from my point of view, I haven't done any AI-generated colouring books and published them. I've made them to show you how to do them in previous videos, but I haven't actually published any, just in case, because I don't want to run the risk of losing my KDP account. No chance. So I'm very strict by the rules, but saying that, it's your risk to take. At the moment, people publishing hundreds and thousands a day. Yeah, so it's entirely up to you, mate. Makes a little more things to make sense. So, I've got any more questions? Any more questions there? From anyone? I think it's perfect time for me to have another sip of my beer Moretti. God, my big bald head nearly hit the camera then. So I would go and check out Barry Hyde. He's got an album which he released in 2016 called Malady. Beautiful, beautiful album. It's just him and a piano, but it's such a powerful, powerful album, and I can't wait to see him tonight. Really can't. After a few beers, going for a Mexican as well. And all of this night is powered on KDP royalties. Actually had a very good month on KDP this month, which was surprising to me actually, because it started off really terribly, and then it changed because I tweaked quite a lot of ads, and suddenly out of nowhere the UK market has started buying quite a few of my books, which in the past they've not been asked with. And again, that was just about looking at my auto ads that I was running in the UK and really getting into the nitty-gritty of where I'm getting sales, in terms of products and in terms of keywords, and then making specific ads around those. Okay, and it's been a really good kind of process for making more sales, I guess. Yes. So what I've started to do now is I've got a customized service which I offer on Etsy, and I made a video about it. And when I made a video about it at the time, no one was asked about it. No one was asked, right? But I'm making customized hardback notebooks. So it's just a notebook, it's just lines in it. What I do is I change the cover. It's the same cover. Sorry, should I say it's the same cover, but you change it's for someone's daughter, or it's for a certain anniversary or something like that. But it's for a person, so you're making one book for the person. You're posting it on Etsy. So you post the customizable book on Etsy. They send you what they want it doing, and then you change the cover, which you've already got. You've already done it. So you just change the words. Then you publish it on Amazon. It costs me £9.52 to buy off Amazon. So I don't get it as an author copy or anything. I give Amazon their little bit. Yeah. So it cost me £9.52, and I'm selling those for £30, right? And that's £30, and then plus the postage. So typically, people are paying me £25 a notebook for customised notebooks. Yeah. And it takes me a second to do, and then as soon as they've bought it, as soon as I've got it delivered from Amazon, I'll unpublish that book. So Amazon gets their little bit. So if they ever come and say, hang on, you're publishing quite a lot of the same book but with different things, I'll be like, well, I'm buying it, and then I'm unpublishing it, so I'm abiding by the rules. But that's making quite a lot as well. So there's that. The second thing is I'm in the process of going back through my back catalogue and looking through the colouring books and the activity books that I've made for children and publishing those on Etsy as downloads. Yeah, so I've got them on at from 99 pence up to £2.99, depending on what the complexity is that they can just download, right? Haven't made any sales on those yet, but it is a potential there for people to download. It's another potential revenue stream there. I can absolutely not show you my my revenue streams. If you want to go and follow people who are doing Amazon KDP and are making money and posting that sort of stuff, then please be my guest. Be my guest. But I'm not showing any financials to anybody. One of the things that you could say is you could say that I'm making all this up. Just sat here making it all up. Yeah. And if that's the case, fair enough. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. But I don't know what it is. I just think I don't want to show people how much I'm making. I don't want that in the public domain. Yeah. Divorced, that sort of situation. So I know that people are making content, on how much they make and stuff like that. Money is to be made on Amazon KDP, and if you look into it, a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, other people are saying, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? But what you'll find with me, which is slightly different to the other creators who are making hundreds of thousands on KDP, is that I actually give you the how to do it. The how to do it, not the just, this is what you should do, and then you have to go and find your own way. I give you the how to do it, which is what sets me apart. Yeah. So there you go, my friend. But if you're still unsure, then as I say, don't bother following me and go and find somebody else. Yeah, Frank, no, exactly. Why should I? If this was a world where my public finances were a thing that I could make public without causing any backlash to me personally, then I would. But to be honest, I'm not particularly bothered. The other thing as well is I could show you any amount of KDP dashboards. You can change them at a touch of a button. Do you know what I mean? So if I wanted to say that I made $20,000 this month, which I didn't. I barely scraped. Well, I'm not even going to tell you how much, but well. Anyway, if I wanted to say that I made that much, you could just change the number. You can just change it. Do you know what I mean? It's very easy to do. But as I say, I think the people who make their content about showing people how much they can make on KDP. This is how much I've made. This is how much I've made. Yeah. Don't you think that that's a bit like... I don't know, it's a bit like, this is how much I've made. But then I'm not going to tell you how I've done it. I'm just going to give you a general idea. It's a bit like that, isn't it? Okay, mate. Now, I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire. You know what I mean? Working on it. But I'm definitely not a millionaire. As I say, KDP isn't something that I do exclusively. It's still something that I do on the side of my other business. And, one day it could be something that I do solely. And I think that giving people the kind of the little individual steps on how to do it with tools that I'm making, I think is a bit more valuable than just showing you this is how much I've earned this month sort of thing. So, any more questions? I appreciate the backup there, Frank, though. Have you had a beer Moretti? Very nice indeed. Any more? This is probably the most successful Q&A that I've had since doing this channel. I think the problem that I have is when I've got a spare few minutes, I put on the Q&A just randomly. I need to really tell people about it first, don't I? Sort of say, well, I'm going to do the Q&A at this time. And in the Ninja Discord server, I go on about it all the time. I say, right, I'm going to do a QA session this week. And then they all say, set a time, and then I don't do it. But I do. I need to do it like, maybe every Thursday. Yeah. And the metrics seem to suggest that quite a lot of the people who watch my channel are from the States. So the time now in the States is probably what? Noon-ish? Maybe it's before noon, I don't know. But it's one of those, isn't it? It's like, when would it be the best time for people? Would it be better for me to do it at 10, 11 o'clock at night here in the UK, so that people in America, it would be kind of like tea time? Translation for Americans, tea time is your evening meal, your late afternoon meal. That always interests me. What is the time that Americans eat? Because when you watch TV and shows, they all seem to be eating when it's dark, which I find strange. It's probably not strange to them, but to eat when it's dark, that would suggest that it was 6 or 7 o'clock, which is a bit too late for me. Too late for me. As I'm going for my dinner now, when my missus turns up. So, any more questions for any more? 20 minutes I've been going now. Wow. That's a good situation. Any more for any more? God, the shine on my head. Shocking. I used to have such nice hair. Such nice hair. All fell out though. All fell out. Probably about 3 or 4 years ago it all started to fall out, which is a shame. Also looking pretty tired as well. We're in a situation at the moment where my youngest daughter, she's a toddler, she's 3. Yeah, okay, Frank, catch you later, mate. Catch you later, bud. Yeah, my youngest daughter, she likes to get out of a little bed, come into mine and my missus' bed, and get right in the middle, and then proceed to boot me all night. Boots me all night. And then when I say, Ren, do not boot me, come and give me a cuddle, then she'll kick off in the middle of the night. And that's hence the reason why I've got these sort of situations happening at the moment. Anyway, I think we're probably done, I think. Unless there's any more questions, give it another few seconds. But if not, then I wish you all a great day. And yeah. I will see you in the next video. Okay then. See you later. Oh God, how do I turn this bloody thing off?